Premature grey hair, genetic or nutritional deficiency. Let's start with something simple but important. How does hair even get its color in the first place? Your hair, just like your skin and eyes, gets its color from a pigment called melanin. This pigment is made by special cells in your hair follicles called melanocytes. Now, there are two main types of melanin that determine your natural hair color. Eumelanin, which gives hair black or brown tones, and pheomelanin, which is responsible for red or blonde shades. Depending on the mix and amount of these pigments, your hair color can range from jet black to light strawberry blonde. And here's a fun fact. The average human hair grows about 0.3 millimeters a day. That's around 1 centimeter per month. Pretty amazing, right? But over time, things begin to shift. As we get older, the melanocytes in our follicles start to slow down. They produce less melanin, and with less pigment, our hair begins to lose its color. That's when you start to see strands turning gray, silver, or even white. It's a completely natural part of the aging process. However, what surprises many people is when this starts happening early. Sometimes in your 30s, your 20s, or even your teens. When your hair starts to lose color before the age of 30 to 35, it's known as premature graying. And that's when a lot of questions come up. Is it just genetics? Is there something wrong with my diet? Can I actually do anything about it? Well, the short answer is yes. While genetics do play a role, they're not the only factor. There are several lifestyle-related causes of premature graying that can be addressed naturally and effectively. So stay with me, because the more you understand what's going on inside your body, the more power you'll have to take care of your hair on the outside. Let's dive into the real reasons behind premature graying, and what you can do to slow it down or even start reversing it. So now that we understand what melanin is and how it affects your hair color, let's get into the heart of the question most people have. Why is my hair turning gray so early? Is it something I inherited from my parents? Or is it something I'm doing or not doing that's speeding up the process? Well, let's break it down. First, can you inherit gray hair? Yes, but that's not the full story. It's true, genetics play a role in when and how your hair turns gray. If one or both of your parents started going gray early, there's a chance that you might too. In fact, researchers have identified a specific gene called IRF4, located on chromosome 6, that's associated with hair pigmentation and premature graying. But here's the important part. Just because it's in your genes doesn't mean it's set in stone. That's where something called epigenetics comes in. Second, what is epigenetics and why does it matter? Epigenetics is the science of how your environment, habits, and choices affect the way your genes behave. Think of your genes as the blueprint, but epigenetics, that's the builder. You might have the gene for early graying, but whether or not it expresses depends on how you live. Your diet, your stress levels, your sleep, even your exposure to toxins or pollution can all switch on or switch off genes related to aging and pigmentation. So yes, you can influence the way your hair behaves, even if it runs in the family. And that brings us to one of the most overlooked but powerful factors, nutrition. Third, the role of nutrition in premature graying. Let's talk about your hair follicles for a second. Did you know that your follicles are one of the most metabolically active parts of your body? That means they require a constant, healthy supply of nutrients to grow and function normally. So what happens when your body is lacking those nutrients? Your hair is one of the first places it shows up. That's why vitamin and mineral deficiencies are one of the biggest, yet most reversible, causes of premature gray hair. Let's go through the key nutrients your hair needs to stay strong, pigmented, and healthy. Key vitamins and minerals that support hair pigmentation. Vitamin B12, essential for energy, metabolism, and melanin production. Low levels can lead to gray hair, fatigue, and even memory problems. Vitamin B6 and biotin help with keratin and pigment production. Biotin especially supports stronger, thicker hair. Folate and vitamin D. Folate helps with cell turnover in hair follicles. Vitamin D supports immune response and hair cycle regulation. Vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps fight oxidative stress in follicles. Iron and zinc. Iron delivers oxygen to your scalp. Zinc helps with tissue repair and enzyme activity. Calcium supports follicle signaling and cellular strength. Copper, now this one, is huge when it comes to hair color. Copper helps form tyrosinase, the enzyme that kickstarts melanin production in your follicles. So what happens if you're low in copper? Let's take a closer look. Fourth, the copper tyrosinase melanin connectio. Think of tyrosinase as the on switch for melanin production, and copper as the fuel that keeps that switch working. Without enough copper, your body can't produce tyrosinase properly. And without tyrosinase, your melanocytes can't produce melanin, the pigment that gives hair its color. So, the equation looks like this. Low copper gives low tyrosinase, gives low melanin, gives premature gray hair. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Stress, yep, that same thing that keeps you up at night can make this problem worse. Fifth, how stress and cortisol steal your copper. When you're stressed, your body produces cortisol, a hormone that helps in emergencies, but causes trouble when it stays high too long. High cortisol levels can drain important nutrients like copper, which your hair needs to produce melanin. So even if you eat well, stress can block your body from using those nutrients effectively. That's why managing stress is just as important as your diet when it comes to protecting your hair. Now here's something that might surprise you. Did you know that your body actually produces hydrogen peroxide? The same stuff used in bleaching agents. It's true. Hydrogen peroxide is a natural byproduct of many processes in your body, including metabolism. But as we age, something changes. Hydrogen peroxide starts to build up in the hair shaft, and without enough of a special enzyme called catalase, your body can't break it down fast enough. What happens next? Well, the hydrogen peroxide acts kind of like a bleach. It starts to strip the pigment from your hair from the inside out. That means even if your melanocytes are still trying to produce melanin, this invisible chemical is working against them, quietly lightening your strands over time. So here's the chain reaction. More hydrogen peroxide gives less pigment, gives more gray or white hair. But it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about catalase, the enzyme that helps protect your hair. Catalase is like your body's natural cleanup crew. Its job to break down hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen, keeping your hair and cells safe from damage. But as you get older, your levels of catalase naturally decrease. That means less cleanup and more oxidative stress inside your hair follicles. And that oxidative stress, it doesn't just cause grey hair. It can speed up signs of aging in your skin, nails, and even your energy levels. And if you've ever dealt with chronic inflammation, frequent colds, or low-grade infections, that could make things worse. Why? Because your immune system also uses hydrogen peroxide to fight off pathogens. And if it's overactive, it might be producing more hydrogen peroxide than your body can safely handle. So even though you can't see it, this chemical buildup is quietly affecting the health and color of your hair. Let's pause for a quick check-in. So now that you've heard all this, do any of these sound familiar to you? Have you been feeling more stressed than usual? Do you skip meals or rely on quick snacks instead of whole foods? Have you had your vitamin levels checked recently? If you answered yes to any of those, don't worry. This video is here to help. We're not here to judge. We're here to help you make small, smart changes that support your hair from the inside out. We'll talk about specific foods you can eat to restore those key nutrients and naturally support melanin production without relying on chemicals or harsh dyes. Sound good? You might be surprised how much of a difference your food choices can make. Okay, now that we've covered how internal chemistry affects your hair, let's talk about something we all love, food. Because believe it or not, what you eat plays a major role in whether your hair keeps its color or starts turning grey sooner than it should. Let's break down a few key foods that can nourish your hair from the inside out. As we mentioned earlier, copper is essential for making tyrosinase, the enzyme that kickstarts melanin production. Here are some of the best copper-rich foods to add to your meals. Oysters and shellfish, small but mighty when it comes to trace minerals. Mushrooms, great in stir-fries or soups. Cashews, almonds, chickpeas, and potatoes, easy to snack on or mix into your favorite dishes. Grass-fed beef liver, one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the planet. And for a vegan-friendly option, spirulina, a blue-green algae packed with copper and protein. Even a few servings per week can make a real difference over time. Next, let's support your catalase levels and fight oxidative stress with antioxidant-rich foods. Focus on cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and arugula. Spinach and cauliflower, raw sprouts and microgreens, perfect for salads or smoothies. Grass-fed liver, yes, it's back again. Walnuts and flax seeds, rich in omega-3 south that supports scalp health and shine. Pro tip: lightly steam your veggies to keep the enzymes intact. Or enjoy them raw in fresh salads when possible. Finally, don't overlook your B vitamins, especially B12, B6, and biotin. These vitamins power the tiny factories inside your hair follicles. Great sources include curd and paneer, packed with B12 and biotin. Eggs, especially the yolk, bananas and carrots, easy daily options for B6 and folate. Whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice, loaded with a variety of B vitamins. These vitamins support energy production in your follicles, keeping your hair stronger and more vibrant. So we've talked about the science and the foods that fuel healthy, pigmented hair. Now let's go one step further with a few natural remedies that have stood the test of time. They're simple, affordable, and easy to try right at home. 1. Hibiscus plus yogurt hair pack. Hibiscus isn't just a pretty flower, it's packed with antioxidants and compounds that support melanin production in the scalp. When combined with protein-rich yogurt, it becomes a powerful mask that can hydrate your scalp, promote darker, shinier hair, and soothe any scalp irritation. How to use it: mix 4 tablespoons of plain yogurt with 1/4 cup of hibiscus powder to form a smooth paste. Apply it generously to your scalp and hair. Let it sit for about 30 to 40 minutes, then rinse off with lukewarm water. Try this once or twice a week and notice how your hair responds over time. 2. Bhringraj plus amla oil scalp massage. If you've ever researched Ayurvedic hair care, you've probably come across bhringraj, often called the king of herbs for hair health. It's known for naturally enhancing hair color, reducing hair fall, and nourishing the scalp. Amla, or Indian gooseberry, is rich in vitamin C and antioxidants that help strengthen the roots and support melanin retention. Together, they make an amazing overnight scalp treatment. How to use it: mix equal parts of bhringraj oil and amla oil. Massage it gently into your scalp before bedtime. Leave it overnight and rinse with a mild shampoo the next morning. It not only supports healthy hair color, but also leaves your hair soft and conditioned. 3. Ashwagandha tea, relax and restore from within. This one works from the inside out. Ashwagandha is an adaptogenic herb that helps balance stress hormones, especially cortisol, which can impact your hair over time. It also contains tyrosine, an amino acid that plays a role in melanin synthesis, helping preserve your hair's natural color. How to make it: boil 1 teaspoon of ashwagandha powder or root in water for 10 to 15 minutes. Strain it into a cup and add a bit of honey and lemon if you'd like. Enjoy it as a warm, soothing tea, especially in the evening. Which of these natural remedies are you excited to try first? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear what's working for you. Up next, let's talk about everyday habits that either support or sabotage your hair health. You might be surprised by some of them. Stay with us. Now let's talk habits, because what you do every day matters just as much as what you eat. Let's start with the good stuff to embrace. Make time for stress relief, whether it's through yoga, deep breathing, or simply journaling at the end of the day. Choose a balanced, antioxidant-rich diet to support your body from the inside out. Give your scalp some love with regular massage and natural oils. And opt for chemical-free hair care whenever possible. Your follicles will thank you. Now, here are a few things to avoid if you want to keep those grays away a little longer. Smoking and alcohol both accelerate aging and harm hair health. Processed sugar and junk food, they increase inflammation and oxidative stress. Harsh hair dyes, which damage melanocytes over time. And extreme low-fat diets, which can reduce the enzymes your hair needs to stay vibrant. Which of these habits are you already doing or planning to start? Let us know in the comments. Let's wrap things up with a quick recap. To naturally prevent or even reverse premature graying. Support melanin production with copper-rich foods and B vitamins. Boost your body's defenses with antioxidants and cruciferous veggies. Manage stress to protect your melanocytes and preserve copper levels. Try natural remedies like herbal hair packs and ashwagandha tea. And build in simple habits like scalp care and a nourishing, balanced diet. But above all, remember this: grey hair doesn't define you, it's part of your story. And while we can support our hair with healthy choices, learning to love the journey is just as powerful. If this video helped you, give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Health 2660 for more tips on living well inside and out. We'll see you in the next one. Try natural remedies like herbal hair packs and ashwagandha tea. And build in simple habits like scalp care and a nourishing, balanced diet.